Good day everybody, welcome once again. On this video I'm going to show you how you can generate requirement.txt file using your uv.lock file. So uv is a new Python package manager that is like pip that you can actually use to manage your packages on your development environment. So and most cases because uv is a new Python package manager, so most places that you might actually try to put your script, you might actually try to set it up manually, and some people have already had their system set up using requirement.txt. So once they dictate requirement.txt file either in your docker file or in your system the distros, so they can easily pull it and then install all the packages that you need. Some of them is yet to recognize uv.lock, so you can actually use it and then generate the requirement.txt file. Maybe if you don't want to go through the headache of setting up uv lock and trying to point to uv lock to actually install all the packages that you use in your development environment. So this is our uv lock and this is our development environment. And okay, let me show you. So the first thing you try to do is, if you try to do uv.export requirement.txt, I tried this and it tried, but there is no file here, so there was no requirement.txt file. So another thing you need to know is, whenever you are using uv already have their own virtual environment for you. So you make sure that the virtual environment is actually pointing to the uv own virtual environment, because if you can see, I already have a virtual environment where I was setting up, and then uv also have his own virtual environment when I installed it. So as you can see, I have two virtual environments here, which is not actually right, but whenever I'm setting up my file, the first thing I normally do is just set up a virtual environment. But in the case when I was developing, I decided to try uv. So uv also have their own virtual environment, so you always make sure that you are pointing to it. If you are pointing to this and all the packages that you are using are not installed here, it's not going to capture everything that is inside the uv lock. So if you do the normal uv export, I noticed that it was not working, so I didn't actually go with it. So I went on and start searching. So the next thing you need to do is try uv you sync your development file. Just sync it. So let me clear this so that you can actually see it clearly. Just sync your development environment, right? Okay, you sync it, so you will now capture all the development package that you have. You can see I have 53 development package, and then all this is now audited and then added. So the next thing you need to do is just let me capture it here. I already done it. Okay, you now do uv pip freeze, normal pip freeze that you do, but because we are pointing to uv lock file, which is this, we now do pip uv pip freeze everything that requirement.txt file, and then this is now your requirement.txt file. So all the packages that is inside the lock file is now available in your requirement.txt file. So as you can see, this is the easiest way for you to actually generate a requirement.txt file using uv lock. So in case if the place that you want to run your script, or you want to run your environment on, you see using requirement.txt file to point to the packages that you installed, you can, and you're working on your developers side, you're working with uv, you can easily generate this. If you don't want to go through the headache of setting up uv and then making the system to point to uv as your development package manager, you can actually use requirement.txt file to still work with that. So it's easy. So I believe this small setup that I did this way, you can actually set up and get your uv lock file into a requirement.txt file. Thank you. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section below. I'm going to get back to you, and then we can dialogue and discuss on that. Like and subscribe to my channel, and then share. Thank you once again, and God bless you.